Tonight, two epic premieres everybody will be talking about. First, this
It's not just the ships, the armor, or aircraft. One.
in. Looks like Sean Dickinson. No, let it go. Oh, Saunders back into the pack. Takes Monster. Donovan's in it. Sean English is in it. Oh my God, are you? Caution! No way. Or he's gonna dive bomb him. Here he goes. He's gonna try a bomb. All the way to his bumper. Can he shove him? Can't do it. Dylan Orr is gonna win it here in Iowa. Bump and run! Oh, he's done this before!
Bump and run! He wanted to get inside, can he get it work? He's got it.
Oh, slide it! Oh, goes around! Oh, right in front of him, that's Mogren.
Jones, great run on the high side.
Drive off the corner, and
They're gonna be side by side. This is gonna be a photo finish 3 wide off the wire, and not the stripe. It's gonna be Ruggles! Oh my God, what a finish! Ace car's in. We're up and away. It's on the green flag.
61, Dominic Howell.
Oh, he gets hooked! Oh my God! Hard into the wall! Huge track on the start finish. Who comes out on top?
Dallas by hand wins.
Dallas Byhan wins it! What? Make quick work of that number 9 of Eric Andrews. Andrews washes up the racetrack. Oh, let's go! Oh no! Oh! They're gonna be wrecking. That's the big one. Oh my God! Connor's involved. They're still wrecking. Five, four, three, two. 185 miles going to be ran here for tonight. 125 laps here set for round number 1 for the NFRL Berserker Series. My name is Ezekiel Reyes. If you're now just joining us here for tonight, we welcome here live at Fort Worth, USA, obviously located in the state of Texas, and we're getting set to go green here for tonight. Obviously the famed 1.5 quad oval built in around 2000 for obviously displayed here for the virtual sim, but we're getting set as 31 entries have logged themselves in for tonight. On top of practice as of right now, it is the number 44 of Zach Nichols. I think he's actually been in the Pro Series before. I'll have to check maybe sooner or later, but obviously with the best time of a 29.466, only 1/10 off. Right behind it is John Furness, which is the number 20 car with a 29.518. Dylan Alt, one of the proximity people here for tonight, 29.531. Matt Kemp, 29.585. Skylar Carnes with a 29.614. Obviously track temps varying throughout here for tonight, but well, speaking of track temps and such, we'll go ahead and display that right now, right in front of your screen. Humidity at 0%, track temp at 66, fairly cold for a Texas race, going 5 miles per hour north. Conditions looking clear as of right now. Info going to be displayed on the left hand side of your screen, and track length 1.5 miles in length, 4 turns, 1 in each corner. Elevation roaming around just about 600, middle of 600, 700, 6,500, 6,500. No, I totally butchered that one. 655 above sea level. Track temp 102 as of right now. Laps total is obviously glitched because it is currently practice. But otherwise than that, description. We already showed weather and stuff, so that's basically all really display right now. Not really much, obviously, this being the first race for NFRL. And we're gonna go ahead and present a couple of sponsors here for tonight.
It's not just the ships, the armor.
Go ahead and pull it up, if I can, but there we go. Butt Kicker, the one and only sim tool used for simulating cars and vibrations on the sim. Attach it anyway on the rig, and you're set to go. Butt Kicker, feel what you've been missing. Also, Blaze Pizza, go ahead and check out their website down below in the bottom right hand of your screen as well. Obviously, NFRL partnering it up here for tonight for these two brands. Glad to have them on board for the season. We'll actually go ahead and show the top 10 running as of right now. Obviously, Nicole's in the number 44, fielding them forward. Some notable names here for tonight. Robbie Audi, obviously, you've ran ASR multiple times. Has been in victory lane in the ISRC league. Chase Bonser, the 81. Currently, I don't think his paint scheme is showing up correctly, unfortunately. Kirk Marble, we saw him around last race at Atlanta. Hope to see him do well out on the racetrack, running the number 13 machine. And got a bunch of names that I've never been on the KMN broadcast, so if by future chance I do butcher your name, go ahead and leave a comment below. I'll go ahead and correct myself as soon as possible. But we got just about over a minute remaining in practice as of right now, getting ourselves set here for tonight. 125 laps, 185 miles, gonna be ran. Unknown what the fuel window is, so no stages. Also, just gonna go ahead and point that out. If the fuel window is roaming 50%, I think it should be every 30-40 laps that these drivers will hit pit road. Pit speed, I think, is 50 or 45 actually. There we go. That's what I've been missing. Race analysis on the right-hand side of your screen. Obviously, this being a new panel. I'll update this as we go throughout the race once we get ourselves going here in just 11 seconds. So I'm gonna actually go ahead and slide myself to the side. We're gonna go ahead and play the national anthem. So rise out of your seats, remove your hats as we salute our nation's colors. Alright, back here live at Texas Motor Speedway. Obviously, if you're not joining us here for tonight, Texas 185, round number 1 of the NFRL Berserker series here at Texas Motor Speedway. Currently qualifying taking place, so we're going to go ahead and take a look around of how these people are running the racetrack as of right now. Don't know what the setup is look like, but we'll go ahead and observe here in front of your screen. The drivers are being displayed currently on the bottom right hand of the screen. Sean Leisure currently logging himself in 3rd place. Looks like these people, they have a lot of time to qualify. Just about 10 minutes for qualifying, so these people could wait it out and get some better track temp. But it looks like Leisure's gonna start. Oh, well, he was. I thought he was gonna stop at the start-finish line, but instead gonna go ahead and burn it down the front straightaway. He currently sets himself in 5th place as of right now. Joshua Crane. Get himself out of the racetrack. We're running way up high, right up against the wall. Across the start-finish line, currently in P6. Out of 9 cars have logged themselves a lap. One of the well-known drivers on the broadcast, and on number 66, here comes Smith. 3,800 I rating. Hasn't logged in a lap yet, but one of the multiple people who are out on the racetrack, also out on the racetrack as well, was a 13, but he stopped before the start-finish line. Go ahead and redo his lap. Harbison, saw him at Atlanta. He's making himself moving around the racetrack. At number 28, Chevy Camaro. Joseph Kizek, number 53, 3,400 I rating. Yet to log in a lap. Derek Winter. He's one of the new people being introduced here for tonight. Watch out for the 19 car. Currently running in a P10 with a fast lap time of a 29.7. Bryson Clark logs himself into 6th place. Themselves around Texas Motor Speedway to number 32, obviously on the hood and quarter panels of his car. One of the live streamers out here for tonight, so go ahead and check him out on Twitch. Number 32, currently seeing in P12 as of right now. Everybody's staying to the bottom side of the racetrack. They don't want to. By the looks of it, nobody's flirting around with that outside. Or as I say that, the 32 want to go ahead, scoots up the 2nd lane, but I think his laps is done for, so he's gonna slow to a halt. Mark Stryker, waiting before the start-finish line. That 077 machine, 1,500 I rating. So once he crosses the start-finish line, and once the time does run out, obviously it'll put himself toward the rear, so good strategy call by Mark. As well as Presley, who's doing the same thing. Morgan in the number 10, 2,100 I rating, B-Class 2.12. Harbison's also doing the same thing. Robbie Audi has a different idea. One of the fastest in practice. He's going to go ahead and sell log and pull himself out in the racetrack. Living himself to the Christopher Bell name, but not in the 20 tonight. In the number 12, Audi gets a nice wide arc on the outside lane. Gets as much momentum off, slides himself right against the outside wall. Across the start-finish line, and he's on the clock. Right against the white line. That's where you want to be. Once these tires do wear out, I'm pretty sure everybody's going to be fanning out for grip. You can run the outside lane, especially in 3 and 4. Right above the wall. To the start-finish line. And Audi will go ahead and pull himself into second place. A nice lap by Robbie Audi in that number 12 machine. Coming out of New Jersey. 3,800 I rating on that machine. What also was an advantage to him as well was waiting it out just for the track temp just to cool itself down. Currently, track temp, it was 101 in practice, but now it's 99 in qualifying with 3 minutes to go. Connor Crichton, number 34, new person out on the racetrack. We haven't seen him in the broadcast. Nick Miller in the number 9. He told me he actually has some sound issues on that number 9 machine, so we'll see on how he adapts to the racetrack. Mark Checker, we were just talking about him. Currently laying on the start-finish line. Go ahead and pull up everybody on the ticker. Miller's name isn't showing up, unfortunately. I have to fix that under caution. Go ahead and pull up race analysis as of right now. So, as I said, fairly long race, 125 miles. I mean, not 125 miles, 125 laps. 185 miles, to be exact. Don't know what the fuel window is. We're going to estimate around 60 to 65. If it is 100% fuel, should only be at least one pit stop. Pit road speed is 50 miles per hour. Pace speed roaming around 65. Restart rules are a bit unknown, but I'll pull up the NFRL official rule book. By the looks of it, only 40 cars. I mean, not only 40 cars. Only 24 cars have logged themselves a lap, but we do have some people taking in and around. Number 20, John Furness was one of the fastest in practice. He works himself down the back straightaway. Time's under a minute left. He will get a lap. Works himself off the turn number 4. Right up against the wall. Nearly a 0x. If you do top the wall, that will just automatically disqualify your lap. Furness does log himself to the top. So, the number 20. A nice lap time by him for waiting it out. 3:01. 29:301. So, Furness to the top of the board. Matt Kemp also looking to wait it out, but logged himself across the start-finish line. And that's his first lap. That's being he won't be able to log in a full lap because there's only 5 seconds left on the clock. So he's going to be stopped down the back straightaway. Yeah, that'll go ahead and end his run, unfortunately, but that means we're getting ourselves set here for tonight. Your grid here for tonight on displayed on the bottom side of your screen. John Furness. Obviously, we saw him log in the fast one. Tyler Logan on the number 5, starting in 2nd place. Robbie Audi, Dylan Alt, going to be rounding out row number 2. Chase Bonser, Joseph Kizek, row number 3. Kirk Marble, Derek M. Smith, row number 4. Skylar Carnes and Bryson Clark, row number 5. We've seen Clark actually in ASR, so should be interesting to see how he performs here tonight in NFRL. Rest of the order is going to be displayed on your screen. A lot of tension right now, building towards this race. It's going to be interesting on how people decide to push or lay themselves back toward the midsection of the field. But we'll see how those people handle it. Nichols is going to be starting all the way in 27th. Decides not to qualify. He was the fastest in practice. I think it's 21-3. So by NFL rules, what am I saying? NFRL rules. First initial start goes by the green flag. Every other restart gets decided on the leader. He gets to choose what lane. He gets to pick. Finally, the field starts to roll himself out. The 501, Nathan Jackson, Samuel Williams, 31, Harrison Chandler in the 29, Garrett Hemlinger will not be able to start in the pack, unfortunately. All eyes are on that number 20. John Furness making his Cayman debut here on the racetrack. Off of turn number 4. Pace car is going to go ahead and pull itself onto pit road. 185 miles lay right in front of you. Glad you guys could join us here for tonight for the inaugural NFRL green flag. We're up and to go here in the Xfinity Series. Just about an even restart. That top 2. Pull sort of getting the better of it. John Furness put himself in the front. Rabbiati is already putting the pressure, and that number 12 right behind. Themselves off of turn number 4 this time by. Oh, got one car in the wall. That's a 22. Don't know who that is. That's Alan Dobbs. Works himself on the pit road. He will get a black flag, I think, for unsafe entrance. You saw the wreck right there in the front. The front stretch. Side-by-side action for the lead. Audi pulling the pressure on that number 20 very early. Audi's known for his aggressiveness. No surprise he takes his point. Everybody in the top 10 is single file themselves out. Side-by-side action for 13th place. That'd be the 16 of Joshua Crane. And I think that's Gordon Clark. Number 10 trying to make something happen there. They're going to single file out. But currently everybody's single file all the way to the bottom side of the racetrack. Once the bottom side starts to get rubbered in, you'll definitely see people work themselves in the high side, especially right up against the wall in 3 and 4. As of right now, everybody's just tucked up, trying to log as many laps in. Taking themselves off of turn number 4. Rabbiati leads lap number 5. Bryson Clark, Sean Leisure going to go at it. That battle extinguishes itself cleanly. Obviously, Sean Leisure second. Proximity entries for E-Ignite. Glad to see him here tonight. For second, sort of heating itself up. I think John is getting it back more than what Audi is. Audi's putting the pedal to the metal fairly early, but with this bumpy racetrack, I'm pretty sure that's going to play dividends once we get into the run. Once we get fully into the run, into the outside wall goes the 5th place car. That's Dylan Alt, and he's still sideways. Nice save by the 42. Because of that jam up, they're going to go double wide right behind the 5 of Logan. 5 of Logan. Tyler Logan in the number 5. Put himself at the point. P6. Also right behind him, Derek M. Smith. Still double wide right behind Skylar Collins from the high side of that 053. Kizik. Right up off the corner they goes. Kizik has the preferred line on the bottom. Kizik will take it. Heading into 1. Hasn't made as much ground as he wanted to. No position gains on the restart. Double wide, yet again right in front. Number 5. Tyler Logan going to shove it to the low side, and he is going to take it into the top 10. I mean, top 5, excuse me. Looks like Alt is just too loose, especially off of 4. Car nearly went around on him. Luckily, Alt's a wheelman and kept it straight. Side-by-side action. Off of turn number 2. Tight racing and washing up the racetrack. I think that was number 19 of Derek Winter, who was fighting out with the number 10 of Morgan Bard. Currently in 15, dropping multiple positions as that jam up off of turn number 2 is causing him to go double wide. Nick Miller going to be the one to peek around. The 9 machine. Miller's name is not being displayed correctly on ATVO, so apologies about that. Loose racing. That's it right now, but now we're getting deeper into the run. Let's start to see these drivers. You can definitely see the dividends of Audi pushing it early. John Furness has picked up to the back bumper, that number 12. As on multiple tracks, catching him is one thing, passing him is another. John made a lot of time on that number 20. Not time by. Audi seems to be quicker. Probably going to be the 2 people we're going to be watching for the night. The teammates going to go side by side. Dylan Alt and Chase Bonser. Bonser actually the owner of Proximity Racing. Not running Proximity on the hood of that machine, but 42 of Dylan Alt, decorated in cotton candy is. Alt is back into the top 5. Shuffling right behind. Sean Leisure trying to find a way around the number 19 of Derek Winter. Can't do so. We're going to follow John's tracks. Sparks fly. As one got into the wall, here comes Leisure to the bottom side of the racetrack. Also double wide right behind. A Supra coming up on the high side. Thank you for subscribing, whoever that was. That'd be the number 44, Zach Nichols. Nichols was actually the fastest person in practice, changing 14 positions. Might even take it 3 wide. He has the balls to, but a bit too early for that. You start to see the grooves fan out. Cole started all the way at the tail, swinging himself forward. I think it was a former and past driver, that number 44. Good to see him out here tonight. He's currently getting boxed in by the number 19, Derek Winter. And the 67 of Sean Leisure. Leisure a bit sideways. Some hard racing going on right outside the top 10. position change. I think Skylar Collins made himself in the 7th place. Right in front of the number 66 of Derek Smith. While all that was going on, we actually got a new leader. Unfortunately, we couldn't catch that on the broadcast, but that number 20, John Furness, has put himself right in front of Robbie Audi, and that's what happens when you do push the tires a bit too early. Audie's going to have to fight the car. Keep himself up in the toes, and that number 20, John Furness. Nicely as purple on 18. Alan Dobbs, number 22, has made himself back onto the racetrack. One of the person who got involved in an accident on the front straightaway that caused him not to fly. Double wide right behind. 6th place. Carnes worked himself to the wrong side of the racetrack, and that's what I'm talking about. Turns 3 and 4 can get himself a multi-groove. Alt's way high up off the corner, nearly scrapes the wall, but still has the run going. Turns 3 and 4 is going to be a watching point for passes. It'll be hard for Alt to hold on the outside lane. You see Skylar really pull forward there, but Alt still holds it nice and strong. Right up on the outside. Skylar got a good push. Oh, man. And then number 5 has just hit the outside wall. He's actually into the grass. That's the number 5, Tyler Logan. He's going to jam up the inside line. Nobody for anyone to go. Bit of contact there. The 5 gets turned. Into the outside wall goes Derek Smith. That might, will be a caution. Everybody avoiding the number 66, Derek Smith. Logan was trying to merge back onto the racetrack in that. I don't think the 81 of Bonser knew that he was there. We'll see the 5 get into the wall. Pushing the car, his car's also blinking, which doesn't help. Obviously gets into the wall off of turn number 4. Back onto the racetrack, holding the bottom line. And here just everyone comes up. The 47 just not jam on the brakes in time. The one who was right behind him was actually Dylan Alt, not Chase Bonser. Getting on board of the 47. If we can, but there he is. Or at least that's what's left of that machine. Did slam into the back side of that number 5 very hard. The 5 of Tyler Logan was running in the top 5, but unfortunately that's all gonna go down south. The person who got the bad end of that would be the 66 of Derek Smith. So they're all slowing down, everybody just all over the place. No faster crews, I don't think, in this league. So it's going to be a tough one for that 66 to work himself through the field. The 30 of R. Chase Berry, I think, is our first DNF of the night, and that number 30. Wasn't involved in the wreck, but sits himself in 27th place, unfortunately. Here's Derek Smith. A lot of damage on that machine. Definitely going to be off the pace. Still keeps himself on the lead lap. So we're going to 2 to go. So working on our first caution here for tonight, with a wreck between number 5 of Tyler Logan, 66 of Derek Smith caught up, as well as the 47 Skylar Carnes, who sits in 16th place right now. Ourselves at the start-finish line. One to go. I'm actually going to do a couple settings before we get ourselves green. Setting changes. Yeah, hopefully the stream doesn't buffer too much. Audi had a faster pit stop than Furnace, but unfortunately, Audi couldn't grab the lead. Furnace gonna elect to go to the inside. So we're going to go on the pit road. Field in the hands of that number 28, John Furnace.
Green, green, green.
Green flag. There it goes. Audi clears that second row. Horrible. Nice pit stop by the number 44 of Zach Nichols. I forgot to mention that. He's pulled himself into 4th place, obviously starting in the tail end of the field. He's now challenging forward. Boy, they were looking 4 wide right behind there in the tail end of the field. That looked dangerous. Side by side, right behind, number 48, Matt Kemp, Chase Bonser, gonna duke it out. Strong on the inside. Boy, launches really drives it into the corner. Let's keep it on the high side of that 48. Handwork misses the corner. He washes up the racetrack. The 48 now once in the top 5. Still side by side right off the corner. By that number 48, and look at Bonser shove it to the low side of that 24. Handwork. At the racetrack, man, he can't get down to the bottom. He's probably been stuck on the outside ever since the restart. Finally gets himself in line. Hopefully he can run a consistent pace. Recatch that 48. Now sits outside the top 5. Pushing down the back straightaway with the number 13, give him, well, by the looks of it, he gave him a bump down into turn number 3. Audi this time is not being able to make a challenge for that first position, but you see there, the 44 executing a well-designed pass into 1 and 2, drove it down in there and cleared the 13, kept it on the bottom side, didn't pull any slider on him. The 44, Zach Nichols, has made himself into 3rd place. He started at the tail end of the field, as I stated earlier. pull it to the backside of that number 12. Man, it's so fun to watch these pro drivers go right at it. On board with him. Nichols gets on the throttle way, way later than what Audi did right there. The one. Nichols is able to keep it locked right to the bottom side, right against that white line. And that's what's getting him the speed through the corner. Audi, in the meantime, is running a more traditional line throughout Texas, the Texas Motor Speedway. Running a wider arc, but by Nichols running a shorter and smaller arc throughout the corner. That's allowing and we might have a battle here for second soon. But a jam up right behind. Double wide with a 67 of Sean Leisure and a 19 as they went side by side for third place. Audi stacked up Nichols, and the 13 of Kirk Marble wanted to take advantage of that. He does so, as they're going to go side by side for second place. Slide in right behind the 13, or at least try to. Does so. The 13 back into third place. Leisure's extinguished the battle for 8th place, but they're side by side right behind. Another proximity car, Dylan Alt. Nearly lost it earlier in the beginning portion of the race. That number 42. He's pulled himself. 11th. Definitely fell off of what he was at the start, where his starting position is. 16 washes up the racetrack. Joshua Crane trying to run the second lane. Right above the corner. 16 nose down to the bottom. I don't think that bottom. I don't think that top is ready for it. Able to hold the high side. Double wide in front. 67 of a Leisure going to pinch down the number 19 to keep 8th place. Coles has actually fell back to that 5th place. Furnace, in the meantime, has pulled away. We've got to roll down through the field as of right now. Up front, that number 20, John Furnace, Robbie Audi, Kirk Marble, Matt Kemp, Zach Nichols, 2th through 5th. Is all in a tight battle. Handwork is in his own island. Sean Leisure's getting pressure from the number 19 of Derek Winter, Chase Bonser, Dylan Alt, Hunter Crichton, Joshua Crane, Bryson Clark, Kevin Lawrence, Skylar Carnes, who was involved in a wreck earlier. You see the front end damage on his machine. Joseph Kizek, Robert Bard, Eric Lida, correct me if I'm wrong, Nick Miller, Kevin Foster, Joshua Harbison, Presley Gilson, Mark Strecker, Pete Gilson, Derek M. Smith, Alan Dobbs, and laps down is number 5, Tyler Logan. That's your order as of right now. See how far of a gap that 20 has pulled himself forward. I guess clean air does play dividends. Has not had the pace to keep up with that top 5. Top
Yellow,
6.
yellow,
Excuse
yellow.
me, we have a yellow flag. Let's go to the field of what happened And by the looks of it, we got one car tumbling in turn 3, or way up in the air. That's Joshua Harbison. We're getting a replay of what happened as they headed off, and whoa. That's the number 28 of Joshua Harbison. Right up the racetrack, and oh my goodness, nowhere to go. Derek M. Smith just launches the 28. Don't know who the other person is involved. That'd be the 077 Mark Stryker. Robbie Audi has also disconnected. And Audi was actually running in the top 5, so unexpected disconnection by that number by the number 12. But unfortunately, that wreck has just eliminated a couple back markers. We're going to pit road. Easy 4 tires for everybody by the looks of it. Some might have elected for 2. Coming out of nowhere is that 48 of Matt Kemp. Actually, he was running in the top 5, excuse me. I think because Audi did disconnect, probably threw me off guard. Oh, it was a nice pit stop by the number 67, Sean Leisure, to pull himself into 5th place. Looks like nobody got up to speeding penalty, which is a good thing. 8 for that BC. Wave around will go to, I think, the number 5 of Tyler Logan. He's sitting 8 laps down alongside Alan Dobbs. Dobbs is actually going to get the wave, I think, or... yeah, he will get the wave by the looks of it. No, he won't. I wonder why. Miller is, I think, the one to get the wave. So it's tail end of the field. Go ahead and present our sponsors here for tonight. See Buck Kicker. Go ahead and check them out on the bottom right hand of your screen. One of the various sim racing attachments that you could go ahead and slap onto your rig. And blazepizza.com. Located around, I think, over 100 stores throughout USA, so go ahead and check them out. Picked up where he left off, right in front. This time he's gonna pick the outside lane. Very interesting, bold move, I guess you could say. But he does get the restart advantage for him being the leader. What this will do, I think, will jam up more of the inside lane. With Zach Nichols. I think that's what Furness is trying to prevent from happening, to get that 44. Good call, though. Pace car gonna go on to pit road.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag, a bit of tire spin on the number 67. tough off at the top of the sticks. Off the corner, using as much racetrack as it can. Go double wide right again. That's for 7th place. The 13 of Kurt Marble has had a handful tonight. Just about side by side with everybody. Wide. Hammer takes it over. Look at that, man. Alt is trying to use up as much racetrack as he can. A bit of bumping going on. The 24 and the 42 are probably not happy with each other, as Alt just about dumped Handwork into 1 and 2. He shoved him all the way down to the grass. Meanwhile, up front, that top 3 has singled themselves out from the rest of the field, and here comes that 44, Zach Nichols. He's going to try to make something happen. He's now pulled himself into 2nd place. This is the closest he's been to the lead. Man, they're basically locked with each other as of right now. Nobody's gaining, nobody's losing. Furnace, Nicole, and Kemp are within each other right now. All 3 under a blanket. What I'm interested in more is this fight for 4th between Handwork and Alt, because Alt got shoved into the grass, and he did not like any bit of it. Just about dumped the 24 in the 1 and 2. So we hit the lap 50 mark. Double wide right behind. I think this is for the 10th position. Actually, 13th position all the way. I guess it's 10th position. No, it's not. It's for 11th. Bryson Clark has pulled himself to the underside. And that number 16, Joshua Crane. Also following into pursuit, Morgan Bard. Double wide right behind. Skylar Carnes. Nick Miller going to go at it. Carnes going to clear off of 4. Off of 2. Excuse me. Miller going to go ahead and pull a crossover. I didn't think Miller's running with audio. Just probably, no offense to Jake Douglas, but just about pulling what he can. And that number 9, and Carnes going to shove it to the low side of that number 9. Miller actually blinking in and out. He has disappeared. There he is. No invisibility cloaks allowed here. Saint Harry Potter. Coming to the halfway point, so a lot of action going out on the racetrack. My voice is probably getting annoying to everybody, so we're gonna go ahead and give you a bit of crank it up. Boy, one person got really loose after coming back from cranking up. I don't know who that was, but it was a black car, and boy, he nearly lost it off of turn number 2. Alright, we pulled up the ticker. Great save by whoever that was, but pull ourselves back live. John Furness. He's led the most laps so far. Number 20. Cole's really putting the pressure. The 48 sideways. Nice save by Matt Kemp. We're going to go side by side right off of... Well, by the looks of it, they were going to go side by side, but Kemp is really, really loose. Here comes the Coles. Right against the white line. To make it off the corner. Still side by side. The more they run side by side, the more that number 20 is pitching out. Nichols finally completes the pass on that number 48. Wants to battle more with him. Oh, the 48's into the wall. Trying to battle as hard as he can with one of the best in the business. But unfortunately, got the most of him. That number 48. I think that right side damage is really going to affect how that car will turn. And here comes handwork to the back side of that 48 as well. Now Nichols has a sight set on the leader. Last time by, he's slowly gaining. Whoa, man, double wide right behind. It looks like the 24 just washed up right up the track. Trying to go to the underside of the 48 of Matt Kemp. Still duking it out. Finally, the battle completes itself. No crossovers right there. By the looks of it, there's only one black car in the field, and that was Bonser. He was probably the one who lost it off of turn number 2. Kept the car straight. Now rolling 7th place. He's still fighting the car. On board with him. You can see him fighting the wheel. Way much more. He's dead sideways that time. I think he's going to go in the wall. Yep, indeed he does so. Keeps himself up high. Loses at 5-6 spots. You saw him try to fight the car. Car couldn't handle it off the corner. Bonser drops back to 12th place. That's unfortunate.
Yellow flag is out.
Oh, got a yellow. Number 40, Presley Gilson. Spins it off of turn number 4. One of the 2 Gilson family members. Oh, he's gonna nail the outside wall. Was gone from a mediocre day. Has turned into really bad for that number 40. Same situation we saw with Bonser. Just loose off the corner. Gets on the brakes, trying to keep it off the wall or try to at least lessen that impact. Wilson was running around the top 20 at the time when he wrecked. go, everybody onto pit road. And this will give the chance for Zach to really make something happen, but the only person who we've seen challenge with that short run, with short run speed, was the 12 of Audi. He is now DNF'd, unfortunately. Wave around to the, I think, number 5 of Tyler Logan. And off of pit road first, number 20. 24, Carl Hammer has pulled himself into 3rd place. And I guess you could say that was a good break for that number 81, Bonser, who had a bunch of right side damage. Can now go ahead and repair it on pit road. Now working on our, I think, 3rd caution of the night. Fairly minimal cautions, which is obviously a really nice thing to see. So, not really much to talk about as of right now. Everybody gonna hit a fat reset button. So we'll pull ourselves to the side, go ahead and take a small commercial break, present our sponsors here for tonight. We'll be back right after this.
Okay, we're going to keep this quick.
Because at Blaze Pizza,
artisanal quality at crazy fast speed is what we're all about.
Fresh dough made from scratch daily.
Walk the line and choose any toppings you'd like.
It's all one price.
Then it's just 180 seconds in our blazing hot oven
For fast fire perfection.
That's Blaze Pizza. Sound good?
Then come check us out and build your own pizza at Blaze Pizza.
If you're now just joining us here for tonight, Texas 185, round number 1 of the NFRL Berserker series. Coming back here live with 1 to go. Working on Noise out of 125. $69 out of 125. I don't know how many to go. I think it's 57 to go. Getting down to crunch time soon. As of right now. Still have a lot of racing left and multiple cars on the lead lap. Currently the dominant car of the day is up front. The start for the pole. Led the most laps out of everybody in the field. John Furness. Jake Nichols has been, not Jake, but Zach Nichols has been putting in the pressure on that number 20. We'll see if he can go ahead and try to make something happen. Here is a work off of turn number 4. Pace car going to go ahead and slide itself onto pit road. Take it to the green flag. The number 20 going to like the inside lane for the restart. Top 5. John, Zach, Carl, Kirk, and Sean. Green flag. Look at the pressure that 44 is putting on that 20. Oh! The 44 is Zach Nichols onto pit road. I'm not sure if that was a restart violation or not. We'll have to go back and take a look at the replay, but Zach Nichols is on pit road. I think in and out for him. That's a huge surprise. Out he goes. And I think that just, unless there's going to be another caution. That might have eliminated him from competition. There he is. I'm not sure if it was a restart violation or not. I'm trying to get a replay. This has a too far back. Watch the 44. Now the way restarts go on iRacing, the leader starts the race. And if that 44 was up front of that 20 by the time they took the green, right about here? I have no clue why he got a black flag. Must have been for something else. I'm curious what he has to say post-race, but in the meantime, we got a new challenger for the lead. Number 24, Carl Hamrick has found some speed. And look at the jam up right behind the number 10, Morgan Bard. All the way down to that white line, a bit of fanning out, going on right behind one proximity car. Gonna look like a sore thumb. Could be, Dario. Could be. Double wide right behind. Look at Nick Miller. Fighting himself into the top 10. Bryson Clark. Something to that. Miller washes up the racetrack. Bryson does have a clear edge off a 4. Ah, changing lanes before the start-finish line. It's not an iRacing rule. That is a league rule. Boy, they're looking 3 wide into turn 3. Clark gets the most of it, but can't change lanes before flag. Obviously, the 44, unfortunately, shown an example what you can't do. He might have been eliminated, but it's not over till it's over. You still have a long ways to go. It's gonna be a while since we till that next caution. If he needs a caution, it needs to happen now, because Zach needs to fight himself, not just back to that first position, but fight himself through the rest of the field. We're going to start all the way in 22nd by the looks of it, fortunately. Hamrick has been putting the pressure. Putting some nice pressure on that number 20 of Furnace. Hooked that bottom side of the racetrack. He got a nice run through 3 and 4. We'll see if he can make much of it, but by the looks of it, not really much of a difference. You see the different lines they're taking on the start-finish line as well. Furnace is running a more consistent line throughout the front stretch. Not really cutting, quote-unquote, cutting the dog leg like that number 24 is of Handwork. Not saying Handwork's doing a terrible job. He's running in 2nd place. You see it right there. Handwork all the way to the right up next to the grass. I think that just allows for some real estate to be made between Handwork and Furnace If Furnace gets a good exit off of 4, he could keep that momentum without having to shortcut through the corner. What also might be the difference is that grip as well. You see the shadow from the grandstands overlay all the way to that second and third lane. So I'm not sure if that'll make some time up with grip, but you never know. The action right into turn number 1. Double wide, and Alt is way up the racetrack, and looks like we have Dylan Alt living up to that number 42's name. Kyle Larson right up against the wall. Crossover. 34 wants to try middle. Poor Texas got a repave. And all that multi-groove racing's out the door. But Alt's trying something. He's trying something definitely different. But man, it's not working off of 1 and 2, and into the wall he goes. That turn 2 is like an alleyway. It really skinnies up right up off the corner. And you got to keep yourself to the bottom side, or else you're going to wash up into the outside wall. Alt's still trying the second, third lane. That time he got a nice exit. The place to really multi-groove is in 3 and 4. Boy, you see the 48 of Kent wash up the racetrack. Right into the second lane. Oh! He got one person on pit road. That will be the number 42 of Dylan Alt. Don't know if this will be for gas, or if he's just retiring from the race because of that damage. We'll see what Alt pulls. Just gets 4 tires. He will get put 1 lap down, unfortunately. Alright, in and out for Alt. I think because Alt did come on pit road, I think we might, I'm not sure, but might have 1 more stop. If he was strategizing, that'd be a bad strategy because he is 1 down. He's the only person 1 down though. Does get the lucky dog, but we'll have to start at the tail end of the field. Interesting call by Alt. I don't know if there's 1 more pit stop left. We haven't been into that long enough run. Really see, but .36 to go. So we'll take a look through the field as of right now. John Furness, Carl Hanwork, Kirk Marble, Joseph Kizek.
Yellow flag is out.
And we got a yellow. Nick Miller is around on the back straightaway, and I don't think that's what Alt needed, but The person who really needed that caution is that number 44 of Zach Nichols. Whoa. Lock it all down on all fours. Hopefully nobody hits him. Indeed, nobody did. On board. Miller. Oh, just couldn't catch the car once it broke sideways. Roundy 1. I think what was another distraction by him was the 47. Skylar Carnes also got loose as well in front. Dylan Alt does get the wave around. Put himself back on the lead lap. 5 laps onto those tires. Furnace wins the race off of pit road. Handwork comes out second. Where does the 44 come out? Nichols, by the looks of it, come out 19th. Oh, actually 16th, excuse me. Sorry about that. Alright, we're back. Had a bit of technical difficulties. So, we'll round ourselves through the field, as we're going to. John Furness up front. Nice throwback to Davey Allison. Carl Handwork. The 24 has came out of nowhere. He was running 6th earlier, but by the looks of it, he has some nice speed under the hood of that 24, just Kizek. Haven't really talked about Kizek all day, either. The number 53. Started in 6th place, now currently in 3rd. Kirk Marble. Nearly won it at Atlanta last week. In that pre-shootout race. Sean Leisure. Number 67. Matt Kemp. Morgan Bard. Bryson Clark. Connor Crichton. Derek Winter. Skylar Carnes. Joshua Crane. Kevin Foster. Eric Lida. Zach Nichols, the person to talk about. Started 27th. Now in 15th. Kevin Lawrence. Pete Gilson. Nick Miller. Dylan Alt. Recently got the wave around. And Presley Gilson. Bonser is back onto pit road as well. Tyler Logan, multiple laps down, and Alan Dobbs. Currently round out the field. Everybody else, Derek M. Smith, DNF. Relatively new, Robbie Audi. Also a DNF, Joshua Harbison, DNF. Mark Stryker, DNF. And R. Chase Berry, also a DNF. And here we go, getting set for what may be the final restart. Here tonight, lap 94 at a 125. Field in the hands of John.
Green, green, green.
Flag. Handwork doesn't get clear for second place. place. They're going to be side by side right up on the corner. Bar trying to peek it 3 wide under the 67 Leisure. Can't do it. Here comes Kizak, and we're going to have a quick yellow. As, by the looks of it, Miller is involved in his second wreck in a row and unhappy with the 32 by the looks of it. Giving a bit of a shot down the apron. League officials will not like to see that, but by the looks of it, work ourselves down the back straightaway. Trying to go 3. Oh, and the 32 shuts the door on Miller. Miller. Probably no excuse for that after bump, but he went for a hole that wasn't there. Closed up on him. 32 didn't expect it. Poor Kevin Lawrence. Has been clean all day, and the person who's already wrecked it twice, now twice, has taken him out. As I said, the contact post-wreck won't be liked by league officials, so we'll have to see on how Miller's status goes throughout. Nichols did not make up not a lot of positions from that restart. Everybody stays himself out by the looks of it, but except for the tail end of the field. Really much to talk about right now as we work with the final 25 laps. John Furness has led every single lap. So right now, pulled himself into second place from that restart. Handwork did not get going on that restart. Uh-oh. Whoa, excuse me. Apologies about that. Oh gosh, I forgot what I was about to say. But, not much of that top 5 has changed. The only position swap is that 53 and 24, but Henrik this time will be starting behind Furness. So we'll see. He got up to second place that way last time. So he can go ahead and rebound. Get a catch. It's going to be the first time these people are going to be starting on old tires. Only about 4 laps logged on these tires under green flag conditions. Everybody running around 7 to 8 laps logged in. Here we go. Working on our 5th caution of the day. Pace car on pit road.
Green flag, green flag.
No tire spin. Bit of wiggling. Oh, the 10 gets turned! Into the outside wall he goes. Morgan
Yellow
Bard
flag is out.
did not get going on the restart. I am totally surprised that nobody does not get involved. But I think Morgan missed a shift. Watch it again. Right around here. And Bryson's just trying to check up. Because Morgan missed a shift. But get on board. Stuck in 2nd gear. And a hard hit to the outside wall goes to 10. That's obviously not what you want to see. Pretty sure multiple people got damaged within that area. Here we're gonna have to go ahead and run around back to the tail end of the base car. That's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. All these cautions happening late. Cautious breed cautions. If we do go overtime, there's 2 attempts to make it all the way to the checkered flag. Number 9 and Nick Miller will be the wave around. Oops, I have accidentally clicked an application that I don't want to click. Snip out of that. But Bard's day, unfortunately at number 10, will be done for. He was running top 10 until now. You hate to see, honestly. It might be a gag just to say it on the voice chat, but you really hate to see people have such nice days until the final laps, where everything goes downward. Breaks a lot of people's hearts. Broke mine over 500 times. I know. Doing all well. Probably. I'm not gonna go on. I could ramble all day about it, but man, that sucks for the 10 though. One of the people did get damage off of that wreck. I think was the trying to find him. It was a light blue car. Leisure. Trying to find it. It's either netcode or something else, but by the looks of it, I'm probably thinking over my head. So working on our 6th caution of the day. Ran about 75, 77 laps under green flag conditions, which is fairly clean. Hopefully we can go green flag all the way to the end, but these cautions. A lot of untimely wrecks that are all situational. People pushing the pressure. And of course, that restart. It's all going south. What up, Zach? But south 3, 4. I think we'll get the Wendigo signal finally. That ticker will change. Counting upward to counting downward. As those laps wind down, that tension rate is going up. Luckily, I think that wreck happened after the start-finish line, so I'm not expecting any black flags for passing before the start-finish line being made. We'll have to see, though. So he doubled up down the back straightaway. Alright. Laps to go. Gonna be a shootout from this point on. Can anybody have something for John Furnace? Get up to turn 4.
Green flag, green flag.
Up and it goes. It looks like handwork does clear for second place. They're looking 3 wide and then turn number 1. All the way to the bottom side, all the way to the apron. Side number 44. Exactly goals. Right up off the corner. Now pushed himself into 9th place. 10th place. Double wide right behind for 5th. Sean Leisure is trying to make something happen on the low side. At 13 to Kirk Marble. Showing it strong. Pinching all matters, but you don't want to door yourself up in the racetrack. Matt Kemp is now looking under that 13. Kemp shoves it into the border to get to the bottom side of that 13 of Kirk Marble. Up off the corner to go. 18 laps to go. Handwork has his eyes set on the prize. He does have the speed to go ahead and catch Furnace, but passing him is another. How will Handwork set the pass? Around that number 20. Oh, Handwork's in the wall. Never mind much of it. Doesn't slow him down a lot, but he lost valuable time to that leader at the 20. Laps to go. The battle for third rages on. The 53, Kizik washes up the racetrack. But he's keeping it strong on the high side. He's keeping it honest with Sean Leisure as they work down the back straightaway. Kirk Marble wants much of it. Going to the cameras. Starting to stack up. That number 44 is starting to creep into the picture. Leisure gonna block low. 67 clips the grass. Look at it going. Look at the battle right behind. We're duking it out. What looks like to be 6th place. 7th. 34. Connor Crichton. Himself under Matt Kemp. Corner, Dylan Alt trying to get into the mix as well. 14 laps to go. Nichols, nice move to the bottom side to get under the 67. Sean Leisure. Leisure way up the track. Trying to get the run off the corner, can't. Crossover. Nichols blocks all the way to the apron. Oh, the 67's in the grass. Just reminiscent of what we saw with Carl Handwerk and I think it was Robbie Audi. Nichols just forcing himself through. It's top 5, a bit loose. Goes, I think the 42 is Dylan Alt. Yes, it is. He's still duking it out with a 48. Matt Kemp. Mile up off the corner. John Furness. Just keeping himself out up front. Still side by side for 8th place. Trying to duke it out for 3rd. Joseph Kizem. Want to go at it. Kirk seems to be faster than that 53. Here he comes to the low side. Wants to challenge. Nichols is the one to watch. He's pulled himself over a 2nd lead. Over that 2nd place of Handwerk, who is definitely fallen off pace ever since he hit that outside wall. They're gonna go double wide for 3rd. Just with his exact Nichols. Trying to make something happen. Nichols has the door open on the bottom. He's probably going to shove it into the corner to get a nose under that 13. Or he's too far back. He's too far back to make the push. Nichols up to 4th. 8 laps to go. Still double wide for 8th place. Matt Kemp and Dylan Alt. Seven to go. Using a wider arc throughout. Almost jackknifes himself right now. Back him up with that 48. Also duking it hard right behind. 2x2 action. As a 19's gonna pull a slider right in front of Carnes. Bonser gets a tap hard to the outside wall because the 47
yellow.
cautions out. Another person involved. Always sliding back up the racetrack. Oh, and Carnes. Unfortunately, that 47's day is done for. And we're going to get an instant replay of what happened as they worked themselves through turn 4. Derek Winter wanted to pull a slider on the 47. The 47 thought there was a hole down under. He was trying to cross over. Did not have the room. Bonser had to run through. And that puts ourselves into a green-white checkered situation. Now here we go. Pit stops. You obviously want to come in. If you stay out, you risk a lot of perks. But we'll see. 2 tires are viable though. We'll see if some people decide to take 2. Alright, on to pit road. Does anybody elect to take 2? Or is it too dangerous? Here comes one person out. 1 tire, 2 tires. Some people taking some 2-tire pit stops. And to the lead goes Sean Leisure. And I think he's the only person with 2 tires. Sean's the only person with 2 tires, so. That's Alan Dobbs, the wave around car, and then number 22. But Leisure has elected to go with 2. And he's the only person out with it, so. That's basically the only way you could really beat the 20. If you can't beat him on speed, beat him on track position. And Leisure elected for 2 tires. Start in 12th. It's been roaming around 7th place for most of the race. And we'll see if those 2 tires even last. If I were Furnace, better get the hustle on, because I think this is the first time ever since Robbie Audi has challenged him for the lead that Leisure is gonna at least make some kind of fight up there for the top spot. We'll see if John could retake it back. But I'm expecting him to, because the amount of people who decided to take 4. The only person obviously going with 2 is Leisure. 1 to go. If I were Leisure, I'd pick the outside line. If you're gonna spin your tires, you can't let the inside guy pass you. But if you're on the outside, if you spin your tires, you could totally jam up the inside line, because the inside, that being John, if John can't pass you before the start-finish line on the inside, and you spin your tires, John has to let up some time. And Leisure has to cross the start-finish line first. But Leisure is gonna elect to go to the inside. So if Leisure does spin his tires and the green does drop, that 20 of John is gonna be pedal to the metal and whip himself to the high. So, here we go. Coming for the restart. Leisure on 2, everybody on 4. Swamp for the start-finish line 2 to go for the restart. Pace cars on to pit road. Green flag.
Green flag, green flag.
Leisure got a nice restart. What he needs to see is Handwork and Furnace side by side. And can he get it happening? Can Furnace clear the 24? No! Leisure has a clear track ahead! Leisure's gonna be slow though off the corner. Leisure has to block. Oh, he opened the door for the 24 handwork. 3 wide. 13 gets pinched all the way down to the wire. Around goes Leisure. Hard to the outside wall. The 13's on his roof. Huge wreck off of turn number 4. Oh my goodness. And what a mess. And there's an incentive for what 2 tires can make. And right there was one of them. That was ugly. Leisure's day is done for. Not only that, he's eliminated like a quarter of the competition, unfortunately. Leisure washed up the track. Oh, that's a hard hit into the outside wall by the 13. I think that's Kirk Marble. Right up on his roof. There was also a wreck on the back straightaway, but you see right there, Leisure's sideways. With that 2 hard into the outside wall goes a 13. Luckily, this is a virtual sim. Not in real life. Gets hit again by the 34. Still flipping around. Also involved Dylan Alt. I think Matt Kemp was also involved. Here's a second wreck that happened. Number 16. Joshua Crane wrecked it on the back straightaway. But I don't know what the caution was for. Was Leisure trying to let up? The 4 of Kevin Foster was involved. His whole hood is ripped off his machine. I didn't know what the caution was for. Was it for Josh Crane or somebody else? Now we return back. Under caution, and top 3 has a straightforward shot. I'm not sure if Handwork, Nichols, or Furnace did get damage off that wreck off of 4, but I think this will be our second attempt. Yep, we only get 2 attempts here. NFRL series. Probably the only series I know that only runs 2 attempts. Man, just 125 laps. And it all comes down to this. The person who's led the most laps has a chance of coming up short. Handwork has a chance to steal it. Alright. Another green light checker. ATV was finally fixed the green light checker issue. So that's a good thing. You see the Ford with a lot of damage. Now, if Foster doesn't go, Clark has a chance of running him over. That 4 of Foster looks like a modified. Here we go for the restart. That 24 of Handwork. All he needs to do is time the restart where he doesn't pull himself ahead too much for the 20. of Furnace to get clear of that 44. But he doesn't want to lay back the restart too much. Oh boy, he's really laying it back.
Green flag.
Green flag.
Green flag.
I am not sure about that restart. That looked a bit sketchy, but Handwork gets himself off. And that 20 of Furnace clears. They are 4 wide into one. One car shoving himself down to the inside. We're going to have a wreck right off, right about now by the looks of it. Oh, alt sideways. That might be the caution right there that everybody
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
did not need. And by the looks of it, that will end the race. The number 24, Carl Handwork, will steal one away from the dominant John Furnace. Wow. Furnace has to be pissed. Leading all those laps just to come up short. And the white flag waves. One more lap to go. We'll get a replay of what happened right behind. As Dylan Alt tried to push it 4 wide off into 1 and 2. But unfortunately, either way, the next flag ends it. And the caution comes out right at the right time. As Furnace was putting the pressure in. Off of turn number 4. Handwork. We'll see the checkered flag. And this time, across the start-finish line for what he needed here. For the NFRL Berserker Series. Checkered flag, your winner here tonight. What a hectic race. Burning it down to the front straightaway, the 24, Carl Handwork. We're gonna get an interview with the top 3 here just momentarily, but first off, our official results here. After 125 laps, Carl Handwork, John Furnace, Zach Nichols, Chase Bonser, Nick Miller, Eric Lida, Bryson Clark, Connor Crichton, Kevin Foster, Matt Kemp. Man, there's a lot of feels right in my heart for that number 20 of John Furnace. Leads the most laps, but comes up short, unfortunately. And that has to suck. Has to suck a lot. It does suck. We're going to pull ourselves to the side and pull Carl Handwork, John Furnace, and Zach Nichols here in just a moment. We'll step ourselves to the side and present our sponsors post-race. See you in a moment.
Okay, we're going to keep this quick.
Because at Blaze Pizza,
Artisanal quality at crazy fast speed is what we're all about.
Fresh dough made from scratch daily.
Walk the line and choose any toppings you'd like.
It's all one price.
Then it's just 180 seconds in our blazing hot oven.
For fast fire perfection.
That's Blaze Pizza. Sound good?
Then come check us out and build your own pizza at Blaze Pizza.
Alright, and we're back here live here at Texas Motor Speedway. Gonna drag in the top 3 here for tonight. And your winner here for tonight, that will be the number 24 of Carl Hanwork, who started himself all the way in 11th place, and we see him in came in victory lane before. Congratulations, Carl Hanwork, your winner here tonight after round 1 of the Berserker series. And man, what a hectic final 20 laps. What's a way to describe it out there as you were coming to the checkered?
Well, I'll let you know when my heartbeat gets back down to the regular speed here, because it was a crazy last probably like 10 laps there. I kind of assumed there was probably gonna be one more caution, and once we got that first green white checkered, I figured that was gonna be it, and you know, I would have taken, you know, top 2, top 3. I would have been happy with that. But then once I snuck into the lead, that was a blessing, because I was maybe, you know, second best car. I definitely think. You know, I definitely think that John was probably just a little bit faster, especially once we get going. But right place, right time. I'll take it.
Yeah, man, that hectic restart, the 67 of Sean Leisure was in the way, and you shuffled yourself into second place right at the right time, and you took the lead eventually and held off the dominant John Furness for the win. And how's the car overall there, especially coming to the final laps?
I mean, the car was good, especially. I mean, obviously we had some fresh tires there at the end. I had a little bit of damage. I got into the wall on the. I think it was right before we came to the first green white checker caution. So I definitely had a little bit of damage, but I wasn't gonna waste any time fixing that because it was only like 8 seconds. But it was good. I mean, on fresh tires, that you could just, if you can get down in the bottom, it would just stick, and it was beautiful to run off there. But yeah, I mean, it's like I said before, right place, right time, and diving down in there under Sean at the right time. That was that was pretty much what I had right there.
Yup, I mean, not only did you complete the pass, but you took it home all the way to the checkered flag, man. Congratulations, Carl Hanwork, the round 1 winner here for tonight. Any sponsors to thank for tonight's race?
Yeah, just want to thank my team, One Sim. You know, they definitely helped me get ready for this race, and yeah, hopefully this is the first of multiple.
Up 10 for Carl Hanwork, rounding himself out in first place. We'll go ahead and see you next week, man.
All right, thanks a lot, man.
10-4, and we're gonna go ahead and drag in your second place runner up, and probably gonna have a ton of disappointment on his face is John Furness, and I don't know how, by the looks of it, 110 laps led, but unfortunately you didn't lead the last one, man. Talk to me about those final events leading up to the checkered flag.
Well, yeah, first off, I just want to say congrats to Carl on the win tonight. He earned it. But yeah, those last couple laps, we had one stay out on, or come out of pit road with 2 tires, so I knew we were going to be in for a real treat there, and I wish it would have stayed green. I think I could have had something for him, but they just kept wrecking and wrecking and wrecking. So, you know, those are the breaks. That's racing. That's how it goes. Can't be too disappointed with second, but I'd be lying if I told you that.
Yeah, man. Over 100 laps led tonight, and you come up short in second. Anything else you could have done there to keep yourself up front?
Yeah, on that restart, I could have came to the bottom lane, but I didn't know what the car out front was going to do on the 2 tires. So, and then Carl stuck his nose in there. I was a little late getting to the bottom, and you know, I want to race clean. I don't want to have any contact. You know, I like to race hard, and I don't want to touch any other cars, and I don't want anybody to touch me. So I figured we'd just race it out. Had a couple laps left, and unfortunately, we just didn't get the opportunity to do that there. So there's always next week.
Yep, hopefully you pick it up next week, man. A dominant day here tonight. You showed up a lot of speed. Looking forward to seeing you out next week. Any sponsors to thank for tonight's race?
Nope. Just want to thank you guys for putting on the show, the whole broadcast team and the league admins. It's so far been a lot of fun. Hope to keep it going and stay at the front here.
All right, man. 10-4. John Fern is going to round himself out second here tonight. Can't wait to see you coming up next week.
Thanks, man.
Our last interviewee for the night going to be Zach Nichols in the number 44 machine, and unfortunately, probably if not the fastest car here tonight. But Nichols, that restart penalty did set you back a lot. How'd you crawl through the field all the way to 3rd place?
To be honest, I don't really know how we crawled back through the field. Just I think those cautions helped us out because there's a lot of people that are in front of us were getting wrecked. Yeah, we just somehow crawled back through there and somehow pulled off a P3.
Yeah, you were fighting towards the top 3 before that penalty, but if you didn't get that penalty, do you think you would have had something for John and Carl?
I honestly felt like I was probably one of the best cars in the long run, but the short run speed I just didn't have. It was just not there. But if the race came down to a long run, I feel like I probably could have got him, but it would have been a pretty darn good race.
10-4, man. And speaking of the long run, how did the car feel out there tonight?
To me, it was pretty tight for me. I was burning that right front off more than the right rear. I mean, I wish I was burning that right rear more, but to me, it was just super tight.
But fortunately for you, you're going to salvage a 3rd place finish here tonight, starting all the way in 27th place. So a good salvage here for tonight. But otherwise than that, any sponsor to thank for tonight's race?
Yeah, I'd like to thank my real life sponsors for sponsoring my real life. Paul's Cars, Performance Heads, and Pro Fleet Transport.
All right, man. Zach Nichols is going to round himself out 3rd. Can't wait to see you coming up next week.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, and that's all the top 3 has to offer here for tonight. Can't wait to see you coming up to round number 2. I forgot what next race is. I'll have to take a look. But otherwise than that, thank you all for watching. But before we head out, I got to go ahead and present a couple of sponsors. Go ahead and check out below the buttkicker.com. ButtKicker, the one and only sim tool used for simulating car vibrations, is on the sim. Attach it anywhere on the sim and you're set to go. Feel what you've been missing. As well as Blaze Pizza, blazepizza.com. Go ahead and check out the delicious menu they have to offer. Otherwise than that, this is NFRL. My name is Ezekiel Reyes. Hopefully we're going to get a couple people alongside of us in the booth coming in the future races. But for right now, rounding it out up front, Carl Handwork in the number 24. Can't wait to see you coming next week. Same time slot every week, 9 p.m. Eastern Time.